See where it goes. But it's crazy because, you know, talking about how screens have desensitized us. I had a conversation with my aunt, who is now working at U of L. She's working as a therapist, right? And she's going to get her doctorate. And I was talking to her one day, and she had brought up, you know, the Black Lives Matter movement, and you know how at this particular time, or you know, somebody else had just gotten killed. And I was just like, this is gonna sound really bad, and I'm only saying it just to kind of get feedback and some understanding about what you think the root of this is. And I was like, but it's almost like when I hear about another person dying, another person getting shot, it's like I almost don't feel anything anymore. Like I almost, yeah, you feel bad for the family, like you don't never want to wish that on anybody or anything of that sort. But it's coming to the point where it is now so common in my head. It seems like every day when you turn on, it's like, oh, somebody else got killed. True. Somebody else got shot. And it's like now my brain is like, oh, that's just normal now. It's like I have become completely, and I don't want to speak it over myself, but for a while I was completely desensitized to death, and more specifically like black on black crime or white on black crime. Black people dying, I was just like, oh, that's okay, that's normal. And it's just like that when your thinking becomes like that, there are some serious societal problems that need to be addressed.
And it's all news. It's all the news media. It's all like, people just don't get who's behind these movements. There's a reason why they push this stuff, because like you said, now you start to look on black crime, and you're like, oh, okay. And you're like, whoa, someone just got murdered. They're gone. Exactly. They're no longer here. Somebody took another life.
Yes.
And just because the other person that took the life wasn't white, you know, it's not a big deal. Think about that. Like, people really need to think like, whoa, why am I thinking like this now? Well, now it's because you have so much of these, and you know, yes, it's bad and stuff, you know, like, you know, death is bad and stuff, you know, it's all bad, but it's because you're having so much of this, oh, cop, you know, kills a black, you know, man and stuff, well, cop kills a black woman, and you're getting so many of these pushed to you and stuff. It's like, well, you know, now we're starting to become desensitized to that and stuff, but you're really desensitized to black on black, because now it's like normal. It's like growing up in the hood. It's like, oh, you just heard someone just get shot and stuff. It's like it's just normal to you and stuff, you know. And it's insane that we become like that.
It's crazy. Like, when you actually really stop and think about it, it's like crime is a more obvious one to think about, but it's like how media, and I'm not talking about just social media, I'm talking about how media has desensitized us in so many ways. You know, the killing is just one aspect.
Yeah, that's just one.
But think about, you know, the other forms of emotional, like we were just talking about earlier. It's like when we go to learn and gain knowledge from the internet and stuff now, we have been desensitized because, you know, we watch movies, we watch stuff that we have to remind ourselves, oh wait, this isn't real. All the cartoons, all the violence and stuff, you know, we have to remind ourselves in our head, it's not real. So subconsciously, you keep telling yourself what you see on the screen is not real. It's unobtainable. It can't be materialized in your world. So then when you do come across something that is real, some real knowledge, somebody that's really trying to push a message across, some of us are so desensitized that it doesn't seem real. That it just seems like a fantasy land. Like, for some reason, I can't do that. I can't become that. I can't obtain that because it's not real, I think. Ooh, I don't, how to solve that, that's a whole different, at this moment, I don't know what that even looks like.
And they don't want you to solve it. They don't want you.
Of course not.
Like, they don't want you. There's a reason why, like, you know, they talk about gurus and stuff, you know, that's a big thing now. It's like, oh, you're seeing all these gurus pop them, and you know, we do. You get a lot of gurus on YouTube, and so everyone's a guru now. Everyone, a guru now, you know, is an entrepreneur and stuff. So now when you tell people you're an entrepreneur, they're like, Okay, you're an entrepreneur. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But it makes everyone look, and that's what they do. That's what they do. So now like we're Righteous Hustle, we might start getting on here talking about entrepreneur type of things, and they're gonna be like, and that's what they want. That's what the people and stuff, you know, the higher ups, you know, that's what they want. They want you to stay in their system, let them control you, because you know, you never hear people saying, "Oh, you're in college." Okay, I know about. No, everyone's like, "You're in college."
Yeah.
Whoa. Exactly. Okay. Good. You never hear about that. It's because that's what the elites want. That's what they want you to keep thinking. It's all about control for them. That's it. Once people start realizing that, stop letting them control your thoughts. Stop letting them control your actions. If they control your thoughts, they can control your actions. That's where it starts, is the thoughts.
It's the thoughts, man. You good? And it makes me think about, like, what is the most fun video games? That fun word's kind of subjective, but like, what are the most fun video games that anybody has ever played, right? It's video games where you feel you are in complete control of the character. It's where you can control all the aspects, what they look like. You know, if it's a first-person shooter game, it's like how they shoot the type of gun, all right? You know, the strategy, which they kill. If you can control all these things, like you get so engulfed in it. It's the same way with the people that have designed this system. They've designed it in a very methodical, devious way to where it has given them almost full autonomy over people's lives. I'm not going to claim that they have control of my life, but people's lives are being manipulated. They put you down in front of screens to brainwash you, to reduce you to a level of thinking that is much, much lower than you were naturally created in. Right? Because they want to get you in a state where they can easily manipulate you. They can put up ads to drive up the economy here. They can release new inventions to make your life easier, so you just resort to more comfort. So you just become more mindless. Right? All for the sake of their power, for their benefit, for their pockets, for their influence, for their pride. Really, at the end of it, it's just prideful, right? So they can feel like they're gods. It's just like, man, like, how do you fight a system? I don't think you do fight it. That's a losing battle. I feel like we're way past that. This system has been something that's been devised and implemented very strategically over the past hundreds of years. That may even be lowballing it. That may be lowballing it. So it's like, I don't think the key is fighting it. And it's hard to say, because you look at some of these organizations, even like the Black Lives Matter stuff, where it's like you're trying to fight a system that has roots so deep, that has pockets so deep, that's influence, covers the entire globe. The key is not to fight it. The key is to step out of it.
That's it.
To get out of it.
That's it. And it's like, you're not gonna, like, you know, a lot of people, they're too optimistic sometimes. They're like, oh, we're gonna take this, we're gonna take all the black community and stuff in America, and we're just gonna create our own nation.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds very good. And so, you know, and not to say that the Most High can't allow that to happen, but there's some things and stuff that the Most High doesn't allow to happen for our own good.
Absolutely.
We know what our people do at those, like, even at protesting. You think about Juneteenth. Juneteenth just went by, and when I tell you, the protest, like, I guess this whole protest or celebration of Juneteenth looks very like a club to me. Like, and I've never been inside a club. I just heard stories, but I mean, it looks like just an average party, like an average, like, you know, like a club outside. Like, it's just, I mean, it's supposed to be historical. We're supposed to be celebrating, you know, our release, our freedom. What happened? And you know, it's a mindset, you know, and we talk about, you know, how they got our thoughts up, especially with the music industry. Like,